What's up, guys? Cody here today with why you can't climb a support. So what you're gonna be seeing here is a game I played yesterday in ranked. I was on a losing streak or whatever, so I guess I decided I want to make myself more on tilt and play support. I don't know, for whatever reason I wanted to play support. And with the team comp that was forming around, there was a Sivir and whatnot. Yeah, the Yi, Twisted Fate. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Normally I'd go Thresh or Bard, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go Alistar. I'll play a game less him. But you know, you're gonna, and I do really well in this game, but you're gonna notice a few issues right off the bat. You'll see it pretty soon here, so just sit back while it happens. There, that's the issue. So, as we can see, my Sivir sucks because she had both summoners, decided not to use either of them, and kept running forward. So then, Sivir has just become a waste of space. And guess who has to lane with her for the whole game? Me. So this is going to happen a bunch of times. And it's going to get really annoying because I am useless right now. I cannot do anything for my team because I have to babysit Sivir while she just gets herself killed and I can't do anything about it. So yeah, this and this brings up the first point of why you can't climb as support is your ADC is just dumb. And pretty much all my points are going to just be everyone is dumb. Everyone is dumb. Just assume that that's all my points. Everyone is dumb. Just assume that. Granted, I mean, I make some bad plays this game too, but my team is just literally so dumb. They don't listen to pings. They just keep going in by themselves. It's really bad. So we'll see, you'll get to see that throughout this whole game. We win this game actually. We win this game, even though we've started, you know, 0-3. We win this game after 50 minutes goes by. So I'll try to skip to, I'll try to skip past the boring stuff. But I mean, it's like right now, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is good. Sivir, on the other hand, though, is kind of just being a waste of space. She's died twice already, and she's not gonna necessarily build the best of items for herself. And as you can see, she got herself killed there again. She's died within the first 8 minutes of the game 3 times. So yeah, she's a waste. Yeah, so Sivir's an idiot. And that's one of the things, is that they're all idiots. Here, everybody tries to, I don't know what they're doing here, but you know, they all keep going forward and moving forward, so I decide, hey, I guess I better do that. I guess I better go with them, because if I don't, then, you know, it's pointless. And, you know, trying to help them, it doesn't work. I get out, but just my team being dumb. And literally everyone died for nothing. Right here, I get dumb and die anyways. But so right now, this game is. I just want to not play this game right now. So yeah, everyone's dumb. You just gotta assume that. Your AD right now, my ADC is dumb, and actually everyone just showed they were dumb. I showed I was kind of dumb, but I mean I haven't exactly been able to do much in terms of myself. So yeah. First off, when they came down, actually, they didn't ping or anything that they were coming, which is something a jungler should do. This is dumb of me, though. Granted, I only die like 6 times in a 50-minute game, and I end with almost a 6 KDA. So yeah, I end the game pretty well for myself. But yeah, so first and foremost, a bad ADC ruins the lane for you. The ADC is only as good. The ADC can't do anything without a good support, but the support can't do anything without a good ADC either. No matter how good the support is, it doesn't make a difference if the ADC is constantly getting caught out and dying. So right here, all I really needed them to do was just follow me up. And they do, you know, after a bajillion years goes by. And you finally get it. And we can get this dragon, which is going to help us a lot. But it's not really going to do that much. So right now, literally, okay, so Shen had a TP up to here. Even though he had no health. And I was pinging the whole time that somebody had to go there. Okay? Here, now, Twisted Fate's in a bad situation because we knew 3 people were in mid lane, and I had to back because I didn't have health. Sivir had full health. So I was pinging her to stay there. What did she decide to do? Not stay there. And as a result, our tower's gonna take, you know, a little bit of a beating. So Sivir, not positioning well, gets caught out. Sivir is the worst player on the team in this game, just so we know. So it's really frustrating when you're this is why you just don't play support if you actually want to climb. Don't play support unless you're dealing with an ADC. And even then, I find that when I do that, if I play support with one of my friends and they try to go ADC, they'll never get it ever. Doesn't matter what they put as their secondary, they get that. If they put mid as their secondary, they're gonna get mid, even, you know, just because. So yeah, everyone's an idiot. And as you can see, if you look at the score, Yi is 6-2-1, but he's a Yi, so he's going to end up dying a lot this game. Because he's going to jump in on several fights that he shouldn't be jumping into. So the only reason why we make a comeback is because we keep on catching the enemy out like we did just there. Whenever I noticed that, you know, we had a numbers advantage, I was always trying to make a play. Because whenever we have a numbers advantage, that's the best chance we have at winning. Because it just makes sense. We can't... My team is not coordinated enough to fight in a 5v5. Just because they just don't know what they're doing. And people are gonna get caught out quite a lot. People are not gonna listen to my pings. Just a lot of stuff like that. Just like the reason why you can't climb as support. The main reason why, aside from people being stupid, because that if people are stupid in any game, and there's nothing you can do about it. The main reason why is because that you have no damage. You're mostly just CC. At the end of the day, you're mostly just CC. I mean, you could go brand support, but even then, that means your team is losing out on CC. So, yeah. So then it comes down. So then you have to, honestly, to climb in ranked, you need to just play mid. If you want to climb, play mid. You know, that way you'd be like TF sucks this game. He ulted for whatever reason, and he just like ulted away from everybody. Like, that's not what you do. He's dumb. Like, honestly, you want to climb, play mid, play an assassin. That's how you climb. Play Zed, LeBlanc, Fizz, Talon. One of those. That's how you do it. So we go in on this fight. We get this pick, and then for some reason we have to get more. Which is not necessarily the best of things, especially since TF decides that he has to flash to get that kill because his flash is down. I mean, it works out, but as you can see down the minimap, we have a Zed. Their Zed is pushing bot lane like I was pinging the whole time. Top and bot were pushing that whole time during that fight, and even before that fight started, I pinged the hell out of it. That, hey, we have to go. We have to take care of these issues. Because if we don't take care of them, they become an issue. We have to take care of it before it becomes worse than what it actually is right now. And as a result, we lose a tower for it. We still get more out of it than what they got, but you know, then Yi and TF die, so it's we actually didn't get anything. Because now, if the enemy was smart, they would have just all pushed down mid. Fortunately, they didn't. But you know, if the enemy was smarter, then that would have been it for us in terms of what lead we just got. So right here, Yi went in by himself. Nobody else was really around. So as a result, I had to go in. Because if I didn't follow up, there was no way we were ever winning that fight. So I had to go in and try to make something happen. But because it was a poorly chosen fight by Yi, because we had very little vision onto where everybody was. We didn't really know where anybody was. And he just kind of went in by himself. Yi should not be the first one that jumps into a fight. That's not how things work. Because then they just CC him and he's dead, or they just all focus him and he gets blown up. Especially since all 5 of them were there. Oh, another thing. That Farsight trinket, Farsight ward that was there, 2 people walked by, nobody decided to get rid of it. That another thing about stupid people. So yeah, Yi, whenever I see a Yi on my team, I just assume he's got that Yi mentality, or he just thinks that he can just go in by himself. So right here, you can see I was pinging the bot tower because I see that most everybody is top or mid right now. So I'm like, okay, we can get this tower. It's the last outer tower that we don't have. We can get this tower. And then back, and we'll be fine. So I ping Sivir back after that. I ping her back because I'm like, okay, they're going to be coming. And we need, and she pings me to assist her. And I'm like, hell no. As you can see, they're pushing down mid. We really need everybody mid right now. We really need everybody mid. Tia flashes onto Jhin, which is just dumb in itself. And as a result, everybody dies because everybody else has to follow up. And if they don't, then TF wasted everything. So we had no choice. I have to flash so that way Singe doesn't flip me into the team. And now, because Sivir didn't back like I asked her to, they're gonna get that. Had she backed and, you know, been late to the team fight, not even been in the team fight, they wouldn't have been able to get that. And right here, Sivir decides she's gonna ult and try to go in, and she dies because she gets hit by a Morq. And I can't do anything because the person running at her has a spell shield. So I can't use any of my abilities to get them off of her. And after that, she goes, she's like, Alistar, what are you doing? I have the best KDA on the team throughout the whole game, you know. So let's see. I have a 5 KDA. She has a 1.25 KDA, a little bit higher than that, maybe. I don't know. It's no, I don't know. It's not good, and she's yelling at me. She's the one that's been sucking all game, and this is another thing too. If you play support, you're gonna get yelled at by your ADC more than likely, even though they suck. The ADC sucks, and you're the one that's gonna get yelled at. Because that's how people are, unfortunately. So, okay, right here, I am trying to keep everybody off of my team. Unfortunately, I didn't mean to knock Zed into the. I didn't mean to knock Zed into Sivir, but it worked out kind of anyways, to a degree. They all focused me down, which, you know, I was keeping 3 of them off the whole team the entire time for the most part, and they still couldn't. They couldn't win a. It was a 3v2 over at the Dragon Pit, and Sivir was on her way, and I was keeping off 3 people from them, and they couldn't win. So yeah, my team can't fight. That in itself is plain and simple from just that. As a result, we're losing another tower. So like I said about stupidity, this is an example right there. My team, in rank, just assume that your team is going to choose bad fights. Just assume everything is going to go really bad, which is why you need to play mid. If you play mid, you won't get these issues, or it won't be as bad, because what's going to happen is the assumption of playing mid is that the assumption of playing assassin mid is that you snowball the hell out of your lane and just hope that the rest of your team isn't idiots. Because as support, if there's 2 idiots on your team, then you're done. In mid lane, if you're 2 idiots on your team, then you might have a chance. One idiot on the team can really cause issues, and this is one of the things, is that League is a team game, and as a result of it being a team game, one person on the team can ruin it for you. And like with how these games are gonna, this game goes a really long way, really long time. And as a result, what happens is that it gets to the point where it doesn't matter what exactly happens. It doesn't matter the fact that we were doing so bad at the beginning of the game. Because it gets to the point where one person can ruin it, and if one person gets caught out or does something wrong, then it's over. So me knowing that, and me knowing how dumb my team is, I have very little hope for this game. Very little hope for this game whatsoever. Oh, another thing. A lot of times, whenever I play a tank, it happens to be whenever I play a tank, or actually it doesn't really matter. It's just whenever I'm playing. because there's always something. There's always somewhere I need to be. Alistar does not clear minion waves, and who do they leave for 3 minutes clearing super minions? Alistar. I can't clear waves, so I'm literally taking forever. Even then, an ADC cannot clear super minions that fast. So like a lot of times when I'm playing, I'm always the one stuck having the wave clear, and my team goes off to fight without me. So if I'm a tank, if I have CC, then they lose that. If I'm the ADC, then they lose that. They lose the damage that I would bring, because they decide to fight instead of clearing the base of minions, instead of clearing our base, which has minions pouring onto the Nexus half the time. So yeah, okay. Right now, trying to clear wards because vision is key, and as you can see, there's not that much vision on the map aside from what I myself have put on the map. As you can see, that was a pink ward in there for me. This ward is mine. This ward is mine. This ward is mine. That's a blue trinket from somebody. That's from Sivir, surprisingly. There's a blue trinket outside here in the open from Twist of Fate. Honestly, I will have to, in pretty much all my games, I am number 2 on my team, at least, for wards placed, regardless of whether or not I'm the support. If I'm the support, it's number 1 for sure, but if I'm not, then I'm number 2, just because I know vision is important. So in that fight there, we actually win that, surprisingly, which doesn't make any sense, to be quite honest. And the reason, the only real reason why we won that fight was because the enemy really didn't know what they were doing. They weren't grouped properly, and yeah. So another fight breaks out here, and as you can see, there's Singed went in by himself. So I know right now that we have the advantage. So I'm telling Shen, like, Shen, get back, go get some health real quick, so that way we can actually fight this. Okay, so Shen ults on Yi, which is not smart. But Poppy is left behind, and so we get a kill on her. Shen almost dies because he's being kind of stupid and goes in by himself. Somehow we end up doing good. So good, we won that fight. But for whatever reason, Sivir ults to get nothing. Quite honestly, it didn't quite make any sense why. Why she ulted, as we could have just saved the ult to run away. But so, yeah. Had she saved her ult, she could have, we could have used it for disengage. But no, that didn't happen. Okay, so my team has, TF has half health, Sivir has like no health, and Jhin and Poppy have almost full health. So what do? Try and contest Dragon, because why not? Like I said, stupid people. Pretty much, this game is filled with just stupidity. And the enemy team, the only thing dumb that the enemy team does is not fight properly, which is more detrimental at this stage of the game than what my team is doing. My team, what they were doing was detrimental early game. But I mean, if my team gets caught out, then it's over. And, I have to make sure that they don't get caught out, because if they do, then I'm a little pissed off. But it's very frustrating. So, they have 5 dragons. So, my team decides that they're gonna fight, which does not work all that well. Sivir is able to kill them all, fortunately. But she's gonna do something really stupid here. So, Jin's got 5th dragon. So I'm like, okay, Sivir, you gotta be careful. He has 5th dragon. You know, like, don't fight him. And what does she do? She fights him. And what happens? She dies. I bet if she had flash up there too, she would have just used it. So yeah. I mean, it's just stupid things like that. People not listening. I'm pinging TF to back the hell off because their whole team is back up and we have no vision on them. Because I'm the only one really putting any vision on the map. So yeah. The game's almost done here, fortunately. But it was just it's a very frustrating game, which is why you don't play support. Just don't play support in ranked. Just don't. It's not a good thing to do. Just don't do it. Honestly, Riot's new system has really screwed up everything. Okay, so right here, this is the main reason why I win. Poppy and Singe go in without the Zed, Jhin, and Morgana. And so I see that, and I'm like, okay, I'm running right through everybody. I'm going to run straight to the carries. So I'm going to run straight to Jhin, Morgana, and Zed, and I'm going to do my best to keep them off them for as long as possible. And that wins the game. So, at this point, I'm like, okay, just end the damn game. But, oh my god. You can't climb a support. Don't play support. Just don't. It's honestly the worst role you could play in League of Legends right now. If it was the old system, then it'd be completely different. Because the old system, support was a backup role that you just went when everything else was taken and you were last pick. But now with this new system, you are required to play either 2 roles or just support. That is the requirements for ranked. So yeah, don't do that. It's better to wait 20 minutes to play, to try and get mid, than to wait 10 seconds to get support. Much better. Because the game length is probably gonna be the same amount of time for you. Oh man. Yeah. Let me know what you think about playing support and ranked in the comments below. Let me know what you think the best way to climb is. My strategy is just play assassins. Assassins in mid, the lane bullies in top. And yeah. Sorry if this was a long one, but that's just how it was. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. And see you in the next one. Thanks.